Hey guys, your boy Sean Bellamy back with you with a brand new episode of Philly Eagles Talk here on my channel of Jack of All Plays. And you guys probably seen the news right now. The headlines, at least following if you're following Philadelphia Eagles news, Ezekiel Elliott, the running back, former running back of the Dallas Cowboys, who's now a free agent, has narrowed down his decision to 3 teams, and the Philadelphia Eagles is one of those teams. And I guess according to Adam Schefter on ESPN, he's supposed to make his decision. Zeke is supposed to make his decision by the end of the week about where he wants to go. Now, after, of course, this came up, in the Eagles community, fan base, I've seen a bunch of people saying some really casual, stupid shit about Zeke. Let me be clear. I never hated Ezekiel Elliott when he was a Cowboy. Obviously, with that star on his helmet, I couldn't fool him because, I can't stand the Cowboys. But I never thought Zeke was a terrible running back. I definitely agree that he hasn't been the same running back, that all-pro, holy shit, top 5 running back once he got his contract and the monster money that the Cowboys gave him. But I never looked at Zeke as a terrible running back. And I'm seeing a bunch of, some Eagles fans are just being straight casuals and letting their feelings get into the way of logic. I'm seeing some Eagles fans saying we should not sign Ezekiel Elliott. And there's a couple reasons why people are saying that. One, they're saying now that he's trash, he's a bit slow and everything like that. Again, you casuals out there, and I'm talking to my fellow Eagles fans, why are you acting like if we bring him in, if we bring Zeke to this offense, he would not feast behind this O-line? We have arguably the best O-line in the, I'm about to say motherfucking NFL, but in the NFL. Are you telling me that you couldn't see him do well behind this O-line? And we wouldn't even be using Zeke. We wouldn't be using him as like a number 1 running back anyway. I don't think he'd be running back 1 on our depth chart. I think that goes to Penny, who we just signed, former running back from the Seahawks. I look at Zeke signing as being like an insurance policy. Because if Penny, who has the running back we signed this free agency, he's had some injury issues. I spoke about that on my channel in the previous episode, a couple episodes ago of Philly Eagles Talk. I think when he's healthy, Penny is a good running back. He could be a good running back, especially behind his O-line, but he has injury issues. And you don't think Howie Roseman and his organization see that? So they're thinking to themselves, well, we could possibly bring in another bruiser, another tough runner like Ezekiel Elliott on a cheap deal. Behind his O-line, he would feast. So I don't know why people keep bringing up, he's a step slower. We're not asking him to be a top 5 running back. We're not asking him to be all-pro Zeke. We're just telling him to go out there and do what he can do. And I believe he could pick up some short yardage situations in this offense. Can you imagine taking that load off of Jalen? Jalen Hurts would not have to keep possibly getting hurt by doing these red zone runs and getting hit down the goal line. You could just give the ball to Zeke at the 1, and he'll just bowl over people. He's still a big dude behind this O-line. I don't understand that idea about the whole he got a step slower. We're not signing like a 36-year-old running back. It'd be cheap. That's my second reason why. Second thing I'm hearing people saying, well, what about the money? He's not coming in on a crazy contract, dude. We would probably sign him for a 1-year veteran minimum that you could have in the NFL. He'll probably be there for a 1-year, $5 million deal or something. Zeke knows this. Zeke knows every team he goes to, they're not going to give him crazy money, dude, because he has to prove to everybody that he's still that guy after the Cowboys just let him go. And he was pissed off about it. He wants to prove to Dallas and everybody he could still beat Zeke Elliott. Why do you think that he's gonna be like, no, I'm holding out for 30, 40 million? Zeke knows his worth right now, man. It's not that high. His stock is not that high. You can bring him in on a cheap deal. Get your head out of your asses, my fellow Eagles fans. Stop treating this like it's the same. Also, there's a third reason why. There was a third reason why I'm hearing Eagles fans say they don't want to do this. They keep bringing up the DeMarco Murray bullshit during the Chip Kelly era. For people that don't know, if you're not Eagles fans, obviously, the Eagles signed DeMarco Murray was a all-pro running back with the Dallas Cowboys years ago. And he left the Cowboys because they wasn't willing to pay him top dollar money. He wanted big money. And I think the Eagles ended up signing him when Chip Kelly was their head coach. Chip Kelly, as everyone knows, has this up-tempo spread offense. And if you actually watched If you actually watch DeMarco Murray during his prime when he runs, he was a north-south inside running back. But the way Chip Kelly's stubborn ass was running him in the Eagles offense was they had him run to the outside a lot. When every fan, even analysts, knew that the numbers pointed that you give him the ball inside, on the inside runs. So why is people trying to compare the DeMarco Murray shit saying, well, Sean, see, we can't do that, man, because see what happens when we sign Cowboys running backs before? No, you sound like a freaking idiot. You're a casual. You're just talking out your ass, man. That's not the same. Chip Kelly was a very stubborn man that would refuse to adapt to the situation at hand and not use the talent the way they were supposed to. He absolutely should have used DeMarco Murray to run down the field. So do not even try to compare this and stop comparing it to Ezekiel Elliott coming to the Eagles.